soul that I can't contain, that I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Woo!
Hey everybody, how you doing? Here a little bit earlier, but somebody took a little while in the mess hall speaking, so I'm going to try not to do the same thing to you all. My name is Paul. I'm a firstie at the United States Military Academy. I got this. That's pretty cool, right? So I'm going to talk to you briefly tonight about God's two words. And I'm not going to tell you what the second word is until you fully understand the first one. God's first word is law. Capital L, law. Does anybody know what Jesus said about the law? I'll tell you. He said, be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. Some translations say, you therefore must be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. Now, I don't know about you, but when I hear that, my heart cowers in fear. And I think, God, how can you ask that of me? I'm obviously not perfect. And Jesus goes on to say, look, you think if you're just obeying the letter of the law, then you've got it figured out. But I'm telling you that if you even have thoughts about doing bad things, then you're not okay. You are just as guilty as the guy who goes out and acts on those thoughts or acts on those motivations. So I hear that, and you should hear that if you've done an honest self-examination of yourself, and you hear that first word, you hear, be perfect, therefore as your Father in heaven is perfect, you go, oh, snap. How do I get there? How do I do it? How do I muster it up? And what you hear in 90% of churches today is, if you just stay in your word, if you just abide, then you can do it. If you just stay in your word, if you just stay plugged into the body, if you just do the right do's and don'ts, cross your T's, dot every I, and you can do it. I'm telling you that it's not possible. This is God's first word. This is what he's trying to get the Pharisees to figure out when he's saying, be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. He told other people who weren't the Pharisees, he says, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the Pharisees, who were the good guys of the day, the righteous guys of the day, the guys that we look up to, that we would look up to in today's society. Those were those guys. He said, if your righteousness doesn't exceed that of the Pharisees, you've got no place in the kingdom of heaven. So now that everybody, including me, because I'm preaching to me here, now that everybody understands God's first word, I want you to feel the weight of God's first word. Let this bring you low. I know you guys have had an awesome day and an awesome night, and I just got here and I just heard about it, and it's awesome. But feel the weight of God's first word on your heart. Feel your need for righteousness that doesn't come for yourself. I want you to feel your hopelessness. And if you don't believe me, get into the Word and read it. You are hopeless. be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. That is God's first word. Now I bet by now you guys are like, all right, who is this guy? Oh, what is he getting at? Let me tell you God's second word. Grace. God's second word to everybody in this room is grace. And it comes in the form of a person. It comes in the form of Jesus Christ, Son of the living God, who came and lived a perfect life and satisfied every requirement on your behalf. He was perfect so that you don't have to be perfect. He died so that you don't have to die. He suffered that you don't have to suffer.
Amen.
And that's why we can sing these worship songs and we can mean every single word. Because God doesn't just give me one word. He gives me two. And in His second word is the person of Jesus Christ. And He knows every single one of you. And because of His life and death on the cross, and because of His resurrection, God looks at every single one of you in this room and He says, this is my beloved son or daughter. With you, I am well pleased. Amen. Amen.
Law, grace. That was amazing. That was sick. Hey, Jesus is alive at West Point tonight. Amen.